Warning, we are about to spoil Army of Darkness. If you haven't seen the film and plan on watching it, then click away now. Or if you've already seen it, nor you just don't care, then please stick around.
Meanwhile, at the office of the MPAA. Yep, I definitely saw her shoulder there.
Write that one down.
Okay. Looking like it's going to be an NC-17, all right. Wait. She definitely showed more than her thigh.
Oh my god.
NC-17, you bastards!
Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another episode of Cinema Roulette. Yeah, I know. No, I know.
I know, but it was getting closer as we started, but now it's pulling away. It's good.
That's alright. We hope you guys are doing wonderful. Ignore the chainsaw revving out back.
Lawn people decide to be the worst.
But yes, we are back here with the series wheel.
Another person using gardening tools.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, we're... I will say, we recorded the Pride episode last, so, yeah, we're in that headspace.
Oh, boy. But yes, shall we just get into it?
We should. Oh, I guess we could have made an opening joke on the tone switch.
I guess so, but, I mean, who cares? It's Army of Darkness.
Look, he followed the silence.
He did. Hello, silence. That was wonderful.
What did I say about saying the name? It will come in.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just... my bad. But yes, Army of Darkness starring our boy Bruce.
Or Evil Dead 3. Or Medieval Dead.
Medieval Dead. That's a good one.
I would call this Medieval Dead. No, I don't hate the movie that much.
Yeah. No, it's still really
I have
solid.
issues, but nothing strong that way.
Yeah, still a really solid flick. But I was going to say, like, the tone change is just generally accepted. Like, I don't think anyone's really pissed about it.
Not pissed, but still it could come as a bit of a shock for someone who doesn't know it's coming.
Yeah.
Like, if you're marathoning this, it's like, whoa, we're just full comedy now with some horror.
Yep. But yeah, they just decide, all out, let's have a ball.
We're making a big studio picture.
Yeah. Ash is a full-on action hero now. He's got quips up the wazoo.
The most quoted Evil Dead movie.
Oh, yeah.
And you may be like, I haven't seen Army of Darkness. Oh, why? You didn't care? You listen to the spoiler warning? It's less than 90 minutes, man.
Yeah, you should go check it out, man.
Unless it's the full director's cut, then it's a scary 91.
No.
Actually, I think it's 97.
Yeah,
anyway.
it's like 97, but still.
I was going somewhere with that. I forgot where I was going.
Well, what better time than ever to get into the synopsis?
That's a fair point. I wanted to hit the table so bad.
I know, your arm was like,
I was like, I could hit it. We cut back to sort of where the last movie left off. Instead of Ash being praised as a hero, he is in chains being dragged to wherever the kingdom they plan to go is. We get a quick recap. Book of the Dead, Evil, was read from. Ash had to kill his girlfriend, was sucked into portal, ended up medieval times. And this time, instead of being praised as a hero while killing a cool bat creature thing, they assumed... Yeah, even though a wizard comes up and is like, he is the chosen one. Arthur's just like, nah, fuck him.
Yeah. Get him in line with the rest of them.
Get him in line with Henry the Red. And they trod back to the kingdom for the pit.
Ooh.
And all the townspeople are like throwing shit or yelling at the prisoners. We see one prisoner thrown into the pit and a literal fountain of blood shoots out.
It's awesome.
It's also the last bit of blood you're probably going to see in the movie, except for one little slice.
Yep.
Ash obviously like, hey, I don't know fucking any of these guys.
Tell them you don't know me, man. Come on.
I don't think they'll listen.
Yeah.
And then Ash gets a rock thrown at him. He stumbles, falls into the pit, And of course, in the pit is a deadite. His chainsaw has been taken away. His shotgun was too, but he'll get that back when he crawls out of the hole somehow.
Yep.
But at the moment, he has to go mano a mano with this woman deadite. Punching her just right in the fucking face.
Yeah. Well, she starts out punching him, and then he just like, okay, fuck it, we're going here.
I ain't dying in this pit.
Yeah.
And in this pit, there's also spike walls. And they're like, well, he's able to fight the thing, so I guess we gotta crush him.
Yep.
The walls are closing in. The deadite gets angry. Luckily, Wizard Man comes in, and he has a chainsaw, tosses it down. Ash catches it in a cool hero pose, and slices up the one deadite's head.
Yeah.
But then Deadite 2 Electric Boogaloo shows up, and Ash figures out a way to ride the cable that's bringing in the walls to get out. The Deadite is crushed, possibly. He should have been. It's weird. We need a cool hero shot in a moment.
Yeah.
Ash climbs out of the hole a lot more fucking furious than he was going in. Tells Arthur his shoelaces are untied. Punches him in the fucking face. Is ready to just fight anyone. Threatens the guy who is whipping him. And says, anyone who comes near me, I will. And then pulls out his shotgun and shoots the deadite that happened to be climbing out of the hole. Says the cool boomstick line. And asks, how the fuck do I get home?
Yep.
He doesn't say fuck, because this was supposed to be PG-13. We'll get into that.
They do have one fuck, however.
Which was the fuck?
It was later on when he came back from the quest. Yeah, get the fuck away from me or something.
Oh, yeah. It's not a reference to sex, so it's fine.
Exactly.
Or maybe that was kept in because they were like, we're getting an R either way.
Yeah. No, it was get the fuck out of my face is what he said.
But for now, after the events of Evil Dead 2, well, technically Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, and the start of this movie, Ash is taking some nice time to relax as some maidens feed him grapes, give him wine, and the Magic Man figures out how the fuck he's gonna get home. And the answer to that is simple. Go get the Necronomicon. It's the only thing with the portal abilities. Also, a dad shows up to basically say, you'll never get the Necronomicon! Yes, I will.
Yeah, I will.
Bang!
See ya, she-bitch.
Bye! And also in this scene, we see the one time Ash reloads the entire movie, even though he shoots like 14 times with a double barrel.
Yeah.
But before he goes on his quest, he makes a new hand, which in the comics was explained that he had like an engineering degree, if I remember correctly. That's not stated in the book. He just makes it. That's not stated in the movie. He just makes it.
Yeah.
With a new hand, the adventure begins for about 10 feet, and then everyone's like, okay, just keep following that path, because that's, like, super evil, and you can deal with it, because you're the chosen one.
Yeah. Just make sure you remember the words.
Yeah, just before you grab the book, you must say, Klaatu Verada Nikto. See? Not that hard to remember. He says it twice. Yeah. What could go wrong? Well, on his trip into the dark and scary woods, we get the POV camera deadite.
Yep.
Which Ash has to quickly run away from and barricades himself in a nearby windmill. Inside the windmill, he's just trying to relax, man. He's gonna have to go get those books at some point, but for now, whew. Except, he sees a mirror. Mirrors have not been his friend in the last two movies, so he quickly runs over and smashes it. This doesn't help his situation.
Nope.
In fact, it makes things worse. But in all the little pieces of the mirror is his reflection, which then all come out as tiny evil ashes.
Yep.
Comedy ensues. A very comedic fight of him stomping around, basically saying, thief, I, thump.
Very cartoony. It's great.
The little guys stab him in the ass with a fork. Eventually, he gets knocked out and then wakes up held down Gulliver Travel style. And a very unconvincing green screen for the tinies as they hold open his mouth and one dives into his throat.
Yep.
It looked. I remember it looking okay on older versions. In the Shout Factory 4K cut, some of these green screens don't look great.
Yeah, you could tell. Screwhead Edition had like way less audio or video quality because they weren't able to get access to the negatives like Shout Factory were.
But honestly, that did make that scene look a bit better.
Yeah.
It on this version, it's so clear that it's just Bruce with his arm sticking out, put on the top layer.
Yeah.
But the tiny guy dives into his throat, and he feels him kicking around, so he drinks some boiling water. But that isn't going to save him this time. He feels something weird on his shoulder. We see an eyeball. He runs outside. A head grows out, and eventually, Evil Ash splits from him.
Wow.
And Evil Ash is like, "You're goody two-shoes. You're goody two-shoes." He's also the guy with the gun. And shoots Evil Ash in the fucking face before chopping him up and burying him, still technically alive.
Yep. Buries him and then puts a makeshift cross on top.
Yep. And Evil Ash is like, "I'll be back." Ash is just like, "Okay." So, to the cemetery, where the Necronomicon is. Or the Necronomicons are, because there's 3 of them.
Well.
Well, process of elimination, I guess. Open the first one. Sucks him into a demon universe, a hole of some sort. We don't really get to see what's inside. He comes out with a very Beetlejuice-style face.
Yep.
Shakes it off and goes, "Wrong book." Tries to play mind games on which might be the right one. Goes, "Nah, I'll go with this one," and bites his hand. This does not lead to a second hand being infected, luckily.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, only one obvious option.
Yeah.
Now those famous 3 words. Do you remember them, audience? Let's say them together. Klaatu, Verada... Nectar? Nickel? Started with an N.
Yeah.
Sadly, Ash can't remember. But, you know, curses and stuff, they're not too specific. So,
Nah.
Klaatu, Verada... Yeah, it probably worked.
Yeah, okay. Grab the book.
Grab book, and everything starts going to shit. The skeletons are starting to rise. Evil clouds are rolling in. Lightning is striking the castle. Well, fuck.
It's like, no, I said him. No, wait.
I keep wanting to just call him Bruce. But that would only be if we were covering the movie My Name is Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that in forever.
Same.
Ash runs back to town, which he's able to do within the night. And it's like, "Yeah, I said your fucking words. Okay, maybe not every syllable. Yeah, we're doomed.
Yeah.
We're doomed." And Ash, being kind of an asshole, is like, I just want to go home. We had a deal. Send me the fuck home.
Yeah.
But a girl he has been falling for usual 80s and 90s logic of, she's pretty, he's pretty, better make out.
Yeah.
She comes up and is like, "I still believe that you will be the chosen one to save us." And he's like, "Leah, I just want to go fucking home." And she gets sad with him. He's a bit disappointed in himself for a second, but it's too late. A deadite flies in and picks up Sheila and takes her away.
No.
So, with boobs on the line, Ash stands up and is ready to fight. Also, we see Evil Ash has risen from the grave and is starting up a skeleton army, which is literally making the soldiers dig up other skeletons and then immediately hiring those skeletons to dig up more. It's fun.
Kind of great.
Town finds out that the army is being formed and will be there in 2 days from the cemetery that Ash rode from in a few hours.
Yeah.
Sure. It's like the opposite problem of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But Ash has been reinvigorated into this fight, and he's like, "We're gonna fight them off. We'll invite Henry the Red's men, and we will all win this war of the skeletons."
Woo.
Which, if the skeletons just drank more milk, they could have won.
Honestly, get your calcium, boys.
It'll make you grow big and strong.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. We get a training montage. We're making gunpowder. Ash is, for some reason, teaching these people how to use a polearm. I didn't know he knew that.
Yeah.
He also had like a basic chemistry book in the back of his car. That's how they're able to make gunpowder.
Yeah, it's literally called Chemistry 101.
Yeah, nice. We get some more shotgun shells, not like we've reloaded since the beginning of this movie. And it is time for the fight.
Yeah.
We shoot explosive arrows, blow up some skeletons. They eventually break in. More Hecticness ensues. Ash pulls out his death car where they put like a big whirling blade on the front of it and just drives through the skeletons as they explode.
Rad as hell.
However, then Sheila appears. She has also been turned evil.
Yep.
But he doesn't know that yet. See, Sheila's standing, dives out of the car or spins off to God knows where. But Sheila is evil and tries to attack him, and he throws her in the pit. She's fine. There's water at the bottom.
Yeah.
Henry comes in. Henry's men start turning the tides of the battle, and the Deadites are getting closer and closer, getting the book because they want it for themselves. Ash goes up there to fight Evil Ash. It goes kind of evenly until Evil Ash is nothing but a horrible skelly boy himself.
Yep.
Ash falls off the high rise. Evil Ash has the book. He jumps down. However, Main Ash fell down right next to a catapult with a big old pack of gunpowder, which had already been lit because he dropped his torch. Evil Ash lands on the catapult. Ash, quickly thinking, chops off his hand to get the book back, and then cuts the rope to send him flying through the air. He explodes. The skeletons retreat. The day is saved. Also, Sheila is just healed.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Ash is given a way home. He does it the right way, and we find out he was saying this to his bored co-worker Ted Raimi at the S-Mart.
Yes, and did you say that Henry the Red and them reconciled?
Oh yeah, Henry the Red and Arthur reconcile, so they're not going to kill each other anymore.
So Ash has successfully made peace.
Yep. And Ted Raimi asks, well, did you say the words right? Well, not every syllable.
Yeah, of course.
Because I'm not sure. I feel like you'd be traumatized and remember that phrase for the rest of your life, but of course not for Ash.
Mm-hmm.
A Deadite appears. Ash does cool shit, makes out with a woman who basically paid to be there.
Yep.
And the movie ends.
That was Army of Darkness.
I think we can start with the obvious thing of how this ended a different way originally.
Oh yeah, totally. So there are like 4 different cuts of this film that are available, thanks to Shout Factory. Mm-hmm. The original director's cut was like 97 minutes long, but there were several stuff cut out and like moved around. I guess there were some extended sequences, battle sequences, more special effects stuff, and they apparently like paid for a lot of that. So, but when they sent it to the test screenings, because in the original ending, Ash gets sent back, but it's the end of the world basically. It's a desert wasteland. You see Big Ben; he's still in England.
Well, he was told to drink a potion, take 3 of it, and say the words in what the original ending was going to be. He takes 6 and he sleeps too long.
That's it. I forgot about the specific thing, but test audiences did not like that ending. And so they cut that and reshot it with a new ending, and that's the one that was released. It was only 81 minutes, something really short.
Yeah.
Chapters are hard to go through. Wow, physical media, man.
Physical media. It's
great.
Get Bruce Campbell's autobiography, both of them.
Bridget Fonda.
Bridget Fonda, that's who it is.
Yeah. So Bridget Fonda was apparently a huge fan of the Evil Dead series, and she expressed interest, and she basically asked to be there for the reshoots, and they were like, sure.
Yeah, I too would like to be paid to kiss 90s Bruce Campbell.
Oh my God, yes. But yeah, so that was the version that was out there for the longest time.
Sorry, this is completely off topic, but I'm now just thinking of when the DCU was still under Zack Snyder. Mm-hmm. I think it was Tessa Thompson started saying like, I want to play Poison Ivy alongside who plays Harley? She's Barbie.
I know. Hold on.
Margot
Robbie.
Yeah. She's like, I would love to play Poison Ivy with Margot Robbie. I too would like to be paid millions of dollars to kiss Margot Robbie.
Right? Same.
Anyway, that was off topic.
Anyhoozle.
The movie.
Need to get that out of our system. But yeah, the MPA pretty much cut a lot of this movie. And because you said it was originally NC-17, right?
Yeah, they wanted a PG-13 Universal, and Sam Raimi was completely open to it. That's why there's only the blood fountain.
Yeah.
But the MPAA, because they were still on that 80s high, were just being real pricks about it.
Mm-hmm. They're like, well, you have to cut this out, and then it was rated R, and then it just all the cuts ended up being rated R anyway.
Yeah, the first thing that got them the NC-17 was the fact the first Deadite is a woman. Mm-hmm. But Sam Raimi's team tried to cut it down, still got an R. Then Universal paid an outside editor to cut it down even more, and it was still an R. They just weren't going to be nice to this movie.
Nope.
This is a common fucking problem, especially in the late 80s. We didn't cover it much when talking about Nightmare on Elm Street, but it was a real problem.
Oh, yeah. Like, they just, like, hunkered down on the censorship. Like, bam.
I mean, Nightmare had an easier time because you can go by dream logic.
Yes.
You don't have to show gore.
Yep.
Here, it's like, we chopped off a hand and stuff
Yeah.
in the other movies.
Like, that was the thing. That was kind of the appeal of the other movies was the gore. Like,
was a bit of the shock value.
Yeah.
Minus the one scene. But yeah, MPAA was just being real fucking pricks with this movie.
oh, yeah. They were on something. But, yeah, the movie itself, now, we will say this is probably the weakest of the original Evil Dead trilogy.
I think so.
Yeah.
I like Evil Dead to have more of a balance of horror and comedy. That's why I like 2 so much. Like that, even though 2 is a lot more jokey than the first, I like that amount of jokey. The amount of Deadites more playing with their food, but even in a more comedic way rather than always scary.
Yeah, exactly. Here they just go for outright comedy.
Yeah.
Like, and it's great. There is an appeal to it. Like, this is one that was really, like, I don't mind the tonal shift at all.
I will say it makes me not want to watch it during Halloween.
Yes.
It's a better just like, I need to watch I feel like watching a movie a day kind of movie.
Yes, I agree. But yeah, everyone does great. Bruce Campbell's great. All the extras. This is apparently Sam Raimi's second time, I think, working with a bunch of extras. So I know they said, I'm going to read excerpts from Bruce Campbell's autobiography, If Chins Could Kill, when we do the trivia section. But
yeah.
I know that like Sam wanted all these extras and all these shots, and they were just like, Sam, that just isn't going to happen. So
we can't pay them.
They did the best with what they could have, basically.
I mean, it still feels like a big kingdom. So
it does. Yeah, they do a really good job. Still has that like Sam Raimi like editing, but it's like almost like to another degree.
Oh
like,
yeah, it's up another notch or two.
He just goes all out with the Sam Raimi angles, and like the scene I'll always talk about is like the windmill scene where it's just like boom, it doesn't just cross the where it keeps trying to get in and it zooms in on everything. It's just very kinetic, very hectic, very fun.
Or I love the scene where Ash takes the book and the skeletons start attacking because he falls to the ground and they're just it's like they keep punching him. At one point they try to do the classic poke out the eyes. He puts up his hand and then they grab his face and 2 hands come from opposite sides so they can both poke him in the eyes.
Just great slapstick. I mean, Bruce Campbell, as always, just gives it his all. He must have just been wrecked after that shoot.
I do also, even though there's a part of me that doesn't like how Ash became such an asshole, I do love how done with everything he is at this point.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I just survived Evil Dead 2 like a day ago.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm amazing.
Yes.
But yeah, I will also say this movie feels so much more simple, even though the other 2 were just surviving a cabin for a few hours.
Yeah.
This is just Ash goes to a castle, is told go somewhere that isn't the castle, comes back to the castle, fight, movie ends.
Yeah, pretty much. So.
But it's still a fun time and also does not overstay its welcome. The pacing is perfectly fine, even though this is what we watched was the theatrical cut, which is the most edited down version. So that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's still really well done. It's not a bad movie I see. Like, it's not one of those movies that was taken out of the hands of the company and given to editors, and you can tell it was different editors. No, they were still clearly competent editors. Like,
yeah, Sam Raimi's vision is still here.
Yes. But yeah. Should we get on with the trivia?
Yeah, I guess trivia.
All right. I was say if you have nothing else to add.
Oh wait, I will say we brought it up already, but yeah, those green screens. Ooh.
Yeah, there's a couple of ones where you can like tell, especially in the effects. Like this was what, a $10 million budget? $11 million budget. Yep.
Yeah, but some of the green screens, it's like, oof.
Yeah.
Sorry, and sometimes the cheapness works. Like the skeletons, they use stop motion a lot of time for the bigger crowd shots, and it looks like Jason and the Argonauts. But that's the point. It's supposed to look like that cheesy sort of old stop motion style.
Exactly. And dear Lord, do I miss stop motion. Like, you can always tell it's stop motion, but there's just something charming about it.
Probably because it... Have you ever done stop motion?
I have.
Yeah. Then you know how much of a pain in the fucking ass it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I do.
Never... Hey, if you got a project for your digital media class and stop motion, don't put your own hands in. Not because you can't hit the camera. You're going to realize how hard it is to hold your hand in a single position for minutes at a time.
Yeah, don't try to insert yourself because it is just...
I had one where it was my hand versus a bunch of... Like, it would make a little guy, and then they started attacking the hand.
Tell you a fun fact about mine afterwards that I don't want to say on air.
What, did you stop motion getting an erection?
No. Well, I guess we'll start with that one because that's just kind of a tradition on Evil Dead sets. People getting hurt.
Ooh, how'd people get hurt?
Well, this one I briefly went into, but I'll read this little excerpt from Bruce Campbell, and this section is aptly titled Bruce Campbell.
I'm surprised it took us that long to learn that nickname.
I know. On stunt-laden film like this, something was bound to go amiss. One night, while flipping a stuntman down the castle stairs, I gouged my face on a protruding piece of armor. Oof. Yeah, I didn't even know what had happened until someone pointed out my bloody breastplate. It appeared as though I needed stitches, but of course I was a messy mixture of real blood and Caro syrup, so who could tell? I was taken to the local emergency room anyway, and because I was an actor, Rob Tappert summoned a plastic surgeon in case an extra nip or tuck was needed to maintain my looks. This is a good time to explain what the character Ash looked like. Because of the abuse heaped on our hero, the makeup woman had to devise a plastic template that fit over my face so she could keep track of the cuts I inherited from the other two films, as well as the new wounds inflicted. At this point in our shooting schedule, my face was in full disarray. I had already had 8 to 10 cuts, along with slashes, welts, and dirt. As the surgeon leaned towards my face, I had to assure him that I only really been cut once. Which one is it, he asked. I pointed out the real one, and 2 nips and a tuck later I was in the van zooming back towards the castle. Because of the amount of damage my face already displayed, we had no need to shoot around my injury. Nobody could tell the difference. And here's a couple of excerpts from things that happened. Wrangler, kicked by a horse, refused medical assistance. Had a possible allergic reaction to a sting of an unknown insect. These are different people. I'm just taking out the names just because, you know. This guy who was working as a mounted warrior fell from his horse during a scene which involved a mounted charge of the castle with approximately 50 other riders.
Ooh.
Yep. A mechanical effects technician ingested diesel fuel while attempting to siphon fuel for special effects torches. Great fucking idea. Extra crushed the tip of the middle finger on the left hand while attempting to free his parking car, which became stuck on a large rock in the Pulsarosa parking lot. And just a plethora of other things. But by far the biggest disaster was with the car. So... the footage that you see in the movie of him going down and the car falling behind him, that was actually done. And they were like, well, let's just do that because we're reshooting a couple scenes anyway, and that was supposed to be like a big entrance. They wanted to get like more dynamic angles or something. So they're talking, and all of a sudden, car just crash behind them, and they're like, what the hell? Nobody gave any order. Why'd it fall? And then they looked up and the crane was tilting and just about to fall. And so it eventually does fall there, and a guy narrowly avoided death by either like ducking in and around a car. And so that was just basically for nothing. And they ended up using the footage from Evil Dead 2 anyway. So that footage you see in the film is from Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, because it stopped being fiction and became a real fucking problem.
Yeah.
I will also say the reshot footage for the recap, it's so obvious because they do show the ending of Evil Dead 2 again when Ash is sucked into the portal. But even cleaned up for this version, you can tell which is new footage and which isn't.
Yeah, there's a slight level of grain on the Evil Dead 2 footage.
Yeah, the lighting is different.
I think the most egregious shot was him cutting his hand off because it was in the kitchen, all the mess in the original, but here it's like this clean room around him.
And they don't even show the blood that time.
I think that's why they reshot it, because they wanted to keep it to PG-13 initially, so that's how they reshot it.
Yes.
And then by the time all that shit happened, it was too late. So...
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. And it was I'm sure it was a bitch getting that footage because the rights issues for these movies were just tangled up for so long.
That's just true for most 80s horror.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's about all I can really think of there. So
yeah, this movie is real simple compared to the other two. Like, The first movie has the charm of being that super low indie horror movie.
Yeah, like what they did with what they were is so impressive in the first Evil Dead.
Evil Dead 2 is clearly the vision they wanted, and it is the best balance of horror and comedy in the series, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And just generally gets a good Halloween vibe to it. This one, it's the big picture. They want to go a bit more comedic for general audiences. Mm-hmm. And that kind of comes through, and that sours it a bit for me.
Yeah. Like, it's still a fun time. It's still good to be had, but it's really not in the true sense an Evil Dead movie.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not bad by any means, but following the other two, it's like, okay, sure.
Yep, and I didn't even think about that too. You're right. How like the 1 and 2 just have more of a Halloween-y vibe. Mm-hmm. I never thought that. Yeah, because like a lot of people can just stop there because like, okay, well we have for the most part the theme is just medieval fun, like magic and witches and dead people.
I also know some people really like the original ending, but I don't like Ash losing. He doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, I have to agree. Like he's an asshole, but like not that kind of an asshole.
He still helped. Yeah. I mean, sure, it was when he had a bit of personal gain with it, but he still helped. He did Evil Dead 2. He did want everyone to survive. Yes. He didn't mean for Bobby Joe and the other guy to die. It's just they panicked.
Yeah, like he's a bit of a dolt at times, but you know, he's not a bad guy.
Yeah. So I don't think he deserves to be shoved into the apocalypse, basically.
Yeah. So like, and while yes, it is kind of up the alley for his character, like it is something that would happen to him. It just, I don't feel it's as fitting.
Yeah, it didn't feel as nice, especially his wail of like, I slept too long. It actually does sound very sad in a way. It's like,
it just kind of ruins the whole tone you were going for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, especially since the rest is straight up comedy. Maybe if it leaned more horror, it would have felt acceptable. Yeah. But here, I think the studio made a right call for once.
100% agree. Yeah.
So that if I had a nickel for every time I agreed with a studio chosen ending, I have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it's happened twice.
Bam.
The error is 1408 for those wondering.
Yes.
We covered that for Halloween.
We did.
Not last Halloween, the last time we did Halloween.
Yeah.
Before that.
You can check it out on every podcasting app.
And YouTube.
And YouTube.
I think YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, that's around where things get iffy on the YouTube route.
In case you guys didn't know, I am just a bunch of videos got taken down.
No, we never uploaded a good bit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The video version. Yeah.
Because I was waiting for you to upload some versions. So I might have a few episodes on hard drives.
I think I have some and you have some. It's just a weird...
you did have some.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to for YouTube versions, we may have to re-edit some videos because Cameron's hard drive fucking died.
Well, at least we have all the audio versions.
Yes.
So we can just build the video around it.
Yeah, it's not like we have a bunch of video editing.
Yeah.
But anything else?
I think that's about it. So yeah, good movie and definitely check it out. But the question...
Sorry for a shorter episode.
Yeah. But the question is, what is our official rating?
Of course, Cameron, because we rate every movie.
Yes.
And we rate it with the same system every time. So, Cameron.
Yes, Justin?
On a scale F to A, what do you rate this movie? What do you grade this movie?
F to A.
F to A.
F
lowest, A highest.
A highest.
I don't know why you're questioning me so much.
F low, A highest.
Yes.
Okay. I would say I'd give it a solid B minus.
I think I'm a bit meaner with a C plus.
That's fair.
But still close.
Yeah. Not amazing, definitely not the first Evil Dead movie I recommend, but still a fun time if you want it.
There's no reason to skip it.
No. If you want more Ash, if you want to see what happens to him, it's a great ending to the original trilogy.
I mean, hell, it's also worth it just for all the quotes.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely quotable. I mean, we're not going to save it because you already know it. Like
you already know it. Hell, the game, baby. All that stuff.
Yeah.
But... we also have a gimmick on this show. It's the whole reason it's called Cinema Roulette. We have wheels. We are doing one more spin of the series wheel. The series wheel is full of a bunch of series that you have heard of and your friends have heard of. So that way, when we cover the movies, you can listen to the episode and go, wow, my friend knows that movie. And then when you escape solitary confinement through the hole in the back of the second shower, You can go back outside. You can dig through those damn walls and find your friend who has been hiding out in a government-sanctioned safe house. As soon as the door opens, he screams, but you grab him by the shoulders and you say, "You gotta listen to this." And before the agents come in, hopefully you can play a bit of the episode. I'm sure they'll like it.
Yeah.
But we only have a few series left. Also, for those looking on the YouTube version, you may be asking, why is there so much Bond on there? We have so many Bond movies to cover. We have only done 3 of the series because the wheel is real fucking mean. If you listen to the last bit of the series wheel that we've done, it's been real fucking mean.
Yeah.
Anytime that we go through a section of the series wheel, which is usually 4 episodes, we add another tile of Bond if we don't land on Bond. Otherwise, it will go back down to 1. Which means, if we don't get Bond right now, there will be 4 once we're done with the director's wheel.
That's right. I'm not mad about that. I love James Bond. It's only one of my favorite series of all time. No.
I like to note, I think I've mentioned this before, but there's an episode where I make the joke that you're not a Bond fan, and that's just a general joke.
Yeah.
I forgot for the background you are wearing a shirt that is a joke of Bond.
It's literally a direct reference to Bond.
Yep.
Oh, man. Please.
So,
Yes.
it is time to
Nah.
spin.
Yes! Yes! Sorry, had to get that out of my system. Hold on.
Anyway, let's spin again.
I'm sorry, future Justin.
Yeah, let's spin again. I don't really want this one. In case you can't tell from the audio peaking, we got Bond. Finally.
Yes. We will be back with Thunderball.
I will say the other reason we were getting pissed is because every movie we landed on for this spin was one away from Bond.
Yep. And because of this, it now gets reset back to 1 space.
Yep. It will be reset back to 1 space once we're done with the director's wheel, which, yes, we'll be doing Bond, and then we're back to finish the director's wheel. We only got 3 movies left, but we go in 4s. What will be the 4th thing? Great question. You'll find out next time. Oh shit, I forgot to cut something out.